All right, obviously big win. We needed that one. Bullpen was just outstanding. Really came in and gave us a big boost. Joey Butler, Kevin Kiermaier, KK. I mean, it just continue to have good at bats. Nice to have Joey back for sure. There were a lot of things to point to. I thought as far as Drew, he competed. Honestly, I thought he got burnt a little bit by the foul ball in the first 2 innings. It seemed like he was, drove his pitch count a lot higher than what it realistically could have been. But that's the way it goes sometimes. He was probably a little uncharacteristically out of the zone. Didn't quite have the same sharpness to his breaking ball, and credit them for staying on it. I know Suzuki hit one. Escobar, obviously. Escobar, we're glad he's getting out of town. And then, again, the bullpen. Gomes, Colomé, and Box, just 4 really big innings, huge innings.
How reassuring to see Box do what he did tonight?
I don't think we really needed the reassurance because he's kind of been through the ups. He's been through some downs. He's proven that he can handle that role. It was nice, but at the same time, it's like it's never easy. We never make it easy, and that's the makeup of our club. We're in tight ball games. For him to come in and show that type of poise in that situation was huge.
Kevin, now that this one's in the books, you guys got the win and everything on the plate right now. Did you see tonight as a must-win game?
Not really. There's still a lot of baseball to be played. Going forward, we're going to have a lot of big series. I would hate to say that we have to win a game, but given the way the last 2 nights have gone, this was a big win. I wouldn't call anything a must-win at this point.
Forsythe hit 2 balls absolutely on the screws. Has he been probably the most consistent guy in the squad this year?
I mean, you could make the argument for sure. I mean, he seems like he never goes into those funks like we've seen some hitters go through, but he just gives a consistent approach. Obviously, he handles lefties well, and the ball that he put a charge into today, I'm yelling, get up, and the ball was clear out of the ballpark.
So let's give Joey Butler a little bit of confidence boost coming back to the bigs after how he ended his time last
Yeah, I mean, when he was here, the playing time kind of decreased. He wasn't, he wasn't producing at maybe the rate that he was for about a month or 5 weeks. I think it shows the value of getting down there and getting consistent at bats. He comes right back up, and he had some really good at bats tonight. Obviously the hits, but even the ball that he stayed on and kind of lined out to center in the first to stay on the changeup. So that's a really good sign.
How did you think Aaron Sevilla looked behind the plate today?
He did a really nice job, and that's not an easy thing to do, to come in, new staff, new team, new staff, and handle that. You're learning a lot on the fly. I thought he was outstanding. He looked very comfortable and blocked a lot of tough pitches.
Boxberg admitted a couple times on the last road trip that he was a little out of whack with mechanics and things like that. Did he look back to like he was early in the season when he was?
You know what? That's probably a better question for Hick or Box, but I mean he looks pretty much the same to me just about every time. But I don't have that eye to say whether his mechanics are out of whack. But he looks really good tonight.
You spoke last night and the day before, I think, too, about the need to take advantage of opportunities that present. You feel like you did a better job of that tonight, and then obviously put you in position to take advantage of the basketball.
Yeah, I mean, we did. We get off to an early lead, which is always nice. We fall behind with the long ball, and I think the guys, we had guys in scoring position, and we capitalized on it to get us back, to tie it then for the lead. So. I would definitely say I think we did a better job of that tonight.
Has Alex Colomé exceeded your expectations in the bullpen and the adjustments he had to make from the starting rotation?
He's done a tremendous job, and that's not an easy thing to do as far as that transition. It takes some time, but he's pitching with a ton of confidence right now, and we know he's a guy that we can lean on to get multiple outs out of the bullpen and get big outs, and we haven't had that guy that can get the multiple outs. Generally, it's been like of a one-inning type guy at the back end to know that Alex is back there and has been built up enough where he can go out and throw 30, 40 pitches is a nice weapon to have.
Have we seen anything different out of him as far as his approach?
Just more conviction. I think a lot of you'd like to see that with your relievers. As a starter, sometimes you work yourself into the game. You work yourself into some pitches, and if something's not working, you can maybe revisit it in the third or fourth inning. As a reliever, you got to be ready to go pitch one. And he's been extremely convicted in throwing those pitches.
Thanks, everybody.